A proposed high-speed ferry network could position St. Lucia as a regional transport hub while boosting trade, tourism, and economic integration across the Eastern Caribbean. Officials, business representatives, and key stakeholders met on Tuesday, July 28th to review a proposal by Ocean Bulk Logistics and Development, Inc., focusing on its feasibility, economic potential, and the steps needed to move the project forward. Ambassador-at-Large for Trade, Investment, and Multilateral Issues, His Excellency Dr. Claudius Priville, said the initiative has the potential to strengthen regional connectivity and economic growth.
St. Lucia and the region in general, we've been exploring the possibility of ferries for transportation for decades, literally, and I'm not exaggerating. And in the last couple of months, I had the opportunity of meeting with this company with a very broad international base and strong experience in this area. And I was able to meet the CEO, the current CEO, and of course the parent CEO as well was visiting St. Lucia. And they presented a proposal to me on what was possible. After perusing it myself and consulting with some of my colleagues, the proposal looked excellent, and we thought we would take it to the Ministry of Infrastructure and Ports to explore it further.
The proposal by Ocean Bulk Logistics and Development, Inc., a Greece-based maritime company that began operations in 1973, envisioned St. Lucia as the hub of the proposed Carib Voyager ferry service, linking neighboring Eastern Caribbean islands. La Place Carenage and Point Seraphin are among the locations being considered for the ferry terminal. The company says it will fully finance the project, subject to receiving the necessary government approvals. Chief Executive Officer Chioma Griffith outlined the company's vision for the regional ferry network.
Ocean Bulk presently it's a global company that is in Europe and West Africa. It started in 1973, long before I was there. So the legacy continues, and this is the opportunity where we are now vying into the Caribbean route or zone, so to speak, because of the fact that we have noticed that there is a need for this kind of service here. So we're into shipping, trading before, and now we're going. This is a necessity for the Caribbean because of connectivity, trade, investment, so many things. Persons want to be able to travel, but because of regional services, that is not possible. So by doing this at a very economical cost, persons are going to be having that opportunity to do so.
Dr. Priville described the proposal as timely. He referenced the recent maritime incident at Anse-Cochon as Larey and a separate incident in Guyana, while stressing the importance of safety within regional marine transportation.
We know of what transpired recently, both in St. Lucia. Sadly, during our carnival season, we had an accident in Anse-Cochon. And we also saw recently there was a ferry incident as well in Guyana. So all these things point to the importance of safety in maritime affairs. And I'm happy to say that the company in question has a strong record in Greece, country of about 1,000 islands, where they started the business back in 1973. So we have every reason to believe there is soundness. It doesn't mean that there will not be a thorough due diligence process, and that will be done in due course.
Safety considerations are also being included in the proposal. These are expected to cover vessel standards, trained personnel, passenger protection, emergency procedures, and coordination among the participating territories. The service remains at the consultation and planning stage. Project representatives say the proposed timeline remains subject to government approval before implementation can proceed.
All of this, it's going to be jointly based on government approval and stuff. So in terms of timeline, we can say 2 months, 3 months, but that has to go through its due process.
Stakeholder recommendations will now help shape the next phase of the proposal, including the final terminal location, operating arrangements, and the timeline for bringing the regional ferry service into operation. I'm Christabel Obi reporting for Hot 7 TV News.